Okay, let's continue. Okay, so you got an application here says that several forces and a couple moment are acting on this vertical section of an I beam. So you've got two forces and a couple moment. Couple moment means pure turning moment. It doesn't have a force, it's got only a twist, remember. So can we replace them with just one force and one couple moment at point O that will have the same external effect? If yes, how you will do this? That's interesting. Okay. Now, excuse me, so. Okay. So, if you look at this one, top one, we've got two forces being applied and we've got a moment. Can we replace this with only one force and only one moment? So, in simple words, what it's saying is you've got two forces, get the resultant out, and then if you got any moment created by those force and couple here, you create, you come up with a resultant moment. So let us see how we can do that. Basically, in simple words, if you got a number of forces and a number of moment, yes, sorry, a number of forces and any couple moment. So let me draw a diagram. That would be easy for me. Let me change the color. So it's saying that if you got an object on which there are a number of forces being applied, and there is this is a turning moment being applied at different places. Turning moment is couple. It doesn't have any net force. The only thing it's got is the turning effect. Can we replace all this with only one resultant force and one couple force? How can we do this? This change to one force and one couple moment. How can we do that? So let us have a look. They've given you an example here also. Is that excuse me? We've got number of forces and one couple here, which is turning effect, and another one here. Can we replace this with only one force and only one couple moment? And how can we do that? When a number of forces and couple moments are acting on a body, it is easier to understand their overall effect on the body if they are combined into a single force and couple moment having the same external effect. The two force and couple system are called equivalent systems since they have the same external effect on the body. So, in simple words, this one and this one, they both are the same because the effect on the external body is the same. Now, it is very difficult to visualize the effect on the body if you look at this figure, but it's relatively easy to see here because it clearly tells me if I look at this figure here, this one here, and ask you what is the tendency of the body to movement, what is the movement tendency of the body in linear directions. So in simple words, is the body going to move, tend to move in the upward direction or bottom or east or west? Just looking at this figure. Just looking at this figure, can you tell me the tendency of linear movement of the body? It is relatively difficult. But if you look at this figure, I can clearly see that the body has a tendency to move north. Similarly, if I look at this body and ask you what is the tendency of the body, in terms of rotation. Does it want to rotate in a clockwise, anti-clockwise? In what direction? It is very difficult. But if you look at this one, there's only one resultant moment here. You can easily figure out if it's moving clockwise or anti-clockwise. So in simple words, saying that if you've got so many forces being applied on system, get this one out, resultant, and then it's easy to understand the effect of the forces. Now, excuse me. Okay, so you already know this. Moving a force line on its line of action, you've got this force being applied at A, you bring it back to O, is the same effect. Like remember, you had the hand one, which I was telling you, pull it from here or pull it from here, the effect on the wall is the same. So if you can move, it says here that moving a force from A to O when both points are on the vector line of action does not change the external effect. Hence, the force vector is called a sliding vector. But the internal effect of the force on the body does depend on where the force is applied. Remember, I mentioned a brass bar, you apply force here or you apply force here, the effect on the wall is the same. But if I talk to you about the extension in the rod, it will vary where the force is applied. So that's what it's saying here. So that this is the example I was telling you about. Okay, so that was about the force. Now let's look at moment. Moving a force from point A to O requires creating an additional couple moment. Yes, don't get confused. Look at the previous example. I am moving the force along the line. I can apply anywhere I want. The effect is the same on the external, on the body. I am moving the force on the force line, so there's no effect. Now, but look here, it is being moved from A to O, so that's basically here. The force line is here. I'm not moving the force along this line. I'm changing the position of the force. So it says here, moving a force from point A, that's here, to point O, that's here, requires creating an additional couple moment. Since this new couple moment is a free vector, it can be applied at any point P on the body. This is very important. Remember this. Let me go back so that I've got a picture here. Sorry. Let me go back. Yeah. No. Where is it? Excuse me. Yes, this one. Force line. That's the force line. I move it anywhere. Look, the effect on the hand is the same. In this scenario, the effect on the hand is the same. Excuse me. I've got a force here and I'm changing its position here. Sorry. First look at this one. I've got a force being applied, and if I look at the effect on the hand is experiencing FD, that is the turning moment, and it is also experiencing a force F because of this force that's downward. It's also experiencing this force. Is that clear? So this and this is the same. So I move the force from here to here, that is here, but I had to create a couple moments so that both are, the effect of both is the same. So in simple words, remember, if you are moving force from one point to another point, you have to create a couple moment to make it equivalent. If you move the force along the force line, like shown here, then there's no need to create a couple moment. But if you move your force from one point to another, you need to create a couple moment to make the system equivalent. Is that clear? So let's move and come here. So that what it says here, again I'll repeat, moving a force from point A to point O, that's from point A to point O, requires creating an additional couple moment. Since this new couple moment is a free vector, it can be applied at any point P on the body. So this couple moment you can apply it anywhere you want, because this is added to make the system equivalent. Is that clear to everyone?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Sir, according to what you told, जो moment m is equal to r cross f है और
जी.
force a पे apply हो रही है, तो वो force कभी भी completely o तक नहीं ना हम लेके जा सकेंगे, completely a से o पे नहीं ना लेके जा सकेंगे कभी भी.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. This is not applied at A. Okay. Uh, this is not applied at A. Mm. Look, if I put P here, the effect is the same. If I put P here, sorry. If I'm talking about this moment. If I put this moment at this point here or this point here, remember it's a couple, it's a free vector. I can apply it anywhere I want. The effect is turning. I cannot do that with the force. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's look at this. Finding a resultant of a force and couple system. So we've got a scenario here. We've got two forces acting and we've got a moment here. That's the couple moment. This couple moment is a free vector. Can be, you can make it here. You can make it here. It's a free vector, okay? You can put it anywhere you want, but it has to be on the body. So we've got a moment, and so we've got two forces and a couple. This can be equivalent to, let me do it one by one. F is being applied at this point here, which is, let's say, A. I want to bring that force to O. So I bring it to O. But I have to create a couple moment for it. Just like this one. Just remember this. I've got the force. I'm moving it to a new position. I have to create the effect of the moment, because when the force was far away, I was getting a turning moment at the hand. But when I bring the force here, I will not get the turning effect. So I need to create a couple moment. So in simple words, if you move a force from one point to another point, you have to create a couple moment also. Similarly, if you look at here, I've got this force F1. I want to move it from this point to O. So I brought it to O, and I've also created a couple moment. Similarly, I want to bring my F2 to O. My F2 is at O, and I've got its couple moment acting also. And as I said, this is a free vector you can apply anywhere. So basically, in simple words, all those couple moments are free vectors. So in simple words, you add all the forces, you get this. You add all the moment, you get this. So what I did, I moved the guy from here to here. Is that clear? So remember,
Yes, sir.
when you move a force from one point to the other, then you have to create its couple moment. But if you're moving a force along a force line, then you do not create a couple moment. So let us read the text. It says there, when several forces and couple moments act on a body, you can move each force and its associated couple moment to a common point O. Now you can add all the forces and couple moments together and find out the resultant force couple moment pair. So that's basically, I won't go into the detail. You already know this. Come on, don't do this. Okay. So resultant of a force and couple system. Let's look at this one. We got two forces acting, F1, F2. I can get the resultant out. So that's F1 plus F2. If I want to move all the forces to point A, then I have to bring the couple moment also. So basically your couple moments are here. These are the couple moments. This one is the couple moment for moving F1, and this is the couple movement for moving F2 to point A. It says here, if the force system lies in XY plane, then the reduced equilibrium system can be obtained using following scalar equation. You already know this. Come on. We won't go into the detail, you know this already.